So I woke up this morning to some interesting news. The Korean Esports Player Association, otherwise known as KeSPA, has decided to withdraw support for Team South Korea in the upcoming Esports Nation Cup that is happening later this year in November. What started as a rumor turned official when the Esports Federation, formerly known as the Esports World Cup Federation, made a statement for a Sheep Esports article with a portion of it being, quote, "Our responsibility is to deliver the best possible Esports Nation Cup for players, coaches, and fans, and to ensure the Korean esports community is represented in a way that reflects its standing in world esports." This is a massive blow to the upcoming event, as Korea is not only one of the biggest faces of esports, but also a group, namely with KeSPA, that was the most legitimate out of all these nation associations, as most were either very flimsy or pretty much mostly formed because of the Esports Nations Cup. I mean that even if they can be legitimate, they mostly just became very new. KeSPA has been around for years at this point and even have massive influence on the Asian Games. Currently, so far, the only representation of esports at any level of the IOC. In fact, many of the events are now being considered for medal sports. Another thing to note is that this is from Sports Seoul, a article that is made for Korea, stated that, quote, "The Esports Federation reportedly attempted to influence roster compositions for certain specific titles." If true, that seems like a massive conflict of interest, especially for an entity that said that they were going to allow nations to be very independent on who they pick for which title and for what teams. Another thing to note is that analyst and commentator Josh Sideshow Wilkinson has gone on record to point out that the structure and the possible decision-making of the Esports Nations Cup is pretty much why the deal with the Esports Federation and the IOC ended up falling through. On top of that, in the same Sheep Esports article, it pointed out that China, Taiwan, known as Chinese Taipei, and Hong Kong, also known as Hong Kong China in that event, were all mysteriously missing from the reports, at least on the official website. Overall, this is not looking very good for the Esports Nations Cup. A way to try to show that esports in a national level, possibly close to that of the Olympics, can be a good idea and possibly even legitimate.